Where'd it go?
Can I make this bigger?
We're getting Peggy Wit It.
Greetings to everyone, all the millions out there waiting for the day that I launched my podcast. It's been a long time coming, and what better time than now when everyone is home, has nothing to do, and every actor is unemployed. It's a wonderful time to be alive. And it's a wonderful time to welcome these illustrative guests. I have, you all know, the Nick Adams. He's wearing the orange hat. You all know Belting Bonds, Bonnie Milligan. Josh Lamon, he does stuff, and Ellen Marie Marsh. But you'll figure out that it's more like Yellen Marie Marsh because she's super loud. So, anyways, I just wanted to come on today and talk to all of you. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for all of you because you've all been on my podcast except Nick. But Nick, I talk about you almost every episode.
Wow, I'm flattered.
So I'm a little disappointed that you have a shirt on, but that's kind of why people invite you places to take it off.
That's true.
That's disgusting.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, before we talk, Peggy, Nick, Ellen, Bonnie, hi. I've been thinking about you guys. How are your families?
We're good. Thank you for asking. You're so sweet.
Yeah, I miss you all so much.
You always whine like Eeyore.
Hi, Peggy. How's your family doing? Are they okay?
They're good. They're so excited about the launch of my podcast.
I'm so glad. I'm happy that everyone's well.
Wow, he's really taking this bunker thing seriously. He is just taking on the
Well, a lot of people are
Loving the
dead,
time of
Peggy,
Colorado.
so it's pretty serious right now.
But we really have to rise above, and I'm glad. I mean, you always social distance because you're a loner, but I'm glad that you're doing extra right now.
Josh is actually a pretty friendly guy. Like,
Thank you,
Josh,
Ellen.
If you see Josh on the street, he gives you a hug. I mean, he's
Thanks.
kind of the best, Peg.
One time I saw him at a restaurant. Remember, Josh, you were with your family?
I do remember that, Peggy, and I've been working very hard on positive things. Like I decided today I'm not going to drink during the day. I'm going to hold it out.
That's bold.
Well, you know what? We have to take care of ourselves right now, and so that's one thing that I'm not doing today, and that's just a choice for me. And so anyway, we've got this, and Broadway's going to come back, and I love. Oh God, Nick, I'm glad your mom, your brother, everybody's good.
Yes,
good.
thank you.
Okay, and hi, Bonnie, I miss you.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonds.
How's Belting Bonds? We love you.
She belting?
Her face is frozen.
miss you too.
Or she's just thinking.
She's thinking. She's thinking very hard. You can still talk to us. We can hear you. Maybe you need to allow the camera.
Maybe she's lucky and got out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is wonderful. I'm so glad we could all be together like this. Bonnie, do you have Wi-Fi on? Let's all freeze with Bonnie. Solidarity. Solidarity. Solidarity.
I do this bad Wi-Fi.
Bad Wi-Fi. She's in a cabin. We can't tell her whereabouts, but Broadway will be back.
No, I can't hear anything.
That's nice of you, Peggy. More of that.
More of that? Broadway
Yeah.
will be back? Josh, remember one time I saw you at Yum Yum Thai 2 or whatever, and you were with your family, and I screamed at you in the window, and you got so scared.
Oh, yeah.
That actually happened.
Oh, yeah.
That was before we were such good friends.
Yeah, that's before we got real close.
Oh, yeah. So what's everybody been binging?
Pizza.
Designing
Pizza?
women.
Oh, Designing Women. Wonderful. Golden Girls would be a great choice. Cheers.
Peggy,
Both on Hulu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peg, since this is the launch, today is the launch of your official podcast.
Yeah.
And Josh has a really successful podcast on Broadway Podcast Network called Josh Swallows, which we love. And Bonnie has been on the podcast. Nick has been on millions of podcasts. What made you feel like you had something really special and specific to say where you needed to make a podcast? Because generally,
This question is long.
people okay, Peg.
Yeah.
People have like a niche and kind of like an angle and something they want to share. And I don't think that everyone quite understands why you needed to make a podcast.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't.
it's a good question because everyone's been saying, "Oh, I can't wait for you to have a podcast," And actually, it wasn't even my idea. Josh Lamon, he was like, "You should have a podcast," and then he introduced me to Alan Seals. Yeah, you can't deny it now, can you? And he just always there's Alan. Broadway Podcast Network came begging, okay, because they have a bunch of crap, and so I thought I could give my spin. You know what I mean? And I could never have foreseen that I would have this quarantine time to release. It's a perfect time. And also now no actors can turn me down to be on the podcast because they have nothing to do. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
They're unemployed. So I thought to myself, I love Broadway and so many people there are talented. There are a few. And if I could talk to them about their life and their experience, most of which have a similar experience, which is going to Michigan, and or just starting off rich. And if I could talk to them about their past, you know what I mean? And then other people could hear the inside. It's not like a regular podcast where we're like, tell me about your journey. I thought you weren't going to drink.
What?
He already broke it. That's funny.
Go on, Peggy.
It's nighttime though, right? It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5:09.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
on.
it's happy hour. Here.
Nighttime.
Go on, Peggy. Taking over the world. It's great.
Yeah. So I got to talk to so many people. For instance, who else did we talk to? Brandon Uranowitz, 3-time Tony loser. Alicia Umfress, she's doing something. She did a show a few years ago. We talked to Ariana DeBose. She's lighting the world on fire, which no one can understand. We talked to Julia Madison. We talked to some rapper from Hamilton. We talked to Lily Cooper. Her dad got her a Tony nomination. There are so many people that just have come through these halls.
Okay.
Who else, Ellen? Who else?
No, we've had a lot of really great people. I guess the difference in our perspectives, I don't know if the other guests, Amber Iman. Yeah, I guess the difference in our perspective is that we, like, I don't want to speak for you, Josh, but like we kind of come from a place of like joy and celebration, and you
are
don't.
You are joy and celebration is interesting. I guess if it's like you're kind of like the Troll movie, like that kind of joy, like a troll. Ellen, and she'll like the good thing about Ellen is if she's on your side, she'll get other people for you. She's loyal, and thankfully she's on my team. But she doesn't have. She has to kind of scare people into being her friend. You know what I mean? And that is one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonnie, it's always been a dream of mine to work with you on something.
Oh my gosh, yes. Dream of all dreams.
That'd be wonderful. Let me cast it.
Great.
Okay, what would you cast Bonnie and Josh in together?
Can you imagine if Peggy worked at Telsey's office?
Oh, I would love that. I actually went by Telsey just to tell them. Actually, what they do is not that hard. I went by the office and I saw them, and they were all just sitting there. And I went around. They weren't doing anything, and now they're definitely not doing anything. But I remember, Ellen, when we went by the office and we ran into Leslie Odom Jr. and Deborah Monk.
We did. That actually happened. I actually think Deborah Monk turned you in, if I remember correctly.
I definitely did get kicked out of there.
Oh, yeah. Deborah Monk. Didn't she call equity on you?
No,
yeah.
She called Bernie.
Actually, security.
Is this true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Because I ran
filming inside the studio or what?
And then I saw Deborah Monk and I screamed, Deborah Monk!
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have Deborah Monk's phone number?
I wish we
I
had her
wish
on here.
we could call her right now.
I
So
think
wonderful.
Bonnie could probably get it right now.
He's available right now, right?
Well,
Bonnie, if
here's the
any
thing.
of us text
Offer
Betty
only.
Buckley and get it.
I also
Deborah
have
Monk?
Betty Buckley's number.
Ooh, let's get anybody. Anybody could join. They're all bored.
Call Deb Monk.
I want you to apologize to Deborah Monk.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Alan,
If
I want you to text Dory and get Deborah Monk on the line.
Could we get Shoshana Bean because she owes me?
So Shauna Dean owes you nothing.
Yes, she does. I FaceTime her every episode. And
She
then
does.
And she picks up in a towel, disgraceful. And then I'm like, it's me.
Get well, send her the link.
The one thing about Peggy is she does tell the truth. I mean, she tells the truth regardless of whether you want it, but she's telling all true stories.
She tells her truth.
Because you know what, this one time, Ellen and I were supposed to go talk to Shoshana because she used to be in Alphaba, and I interviewed like 9 Alphabas. And actually, but Bonnie Milligan should be Alphaba. Speak of the devil. And we went by Shoshana's house, and she stood us up. She's so busy.
No, you were Fiero, right?
I was, yeah.
You did it like 10 years after I did it. Isn't that crazy? That shows.
Wait a minute. You were both Fieros?
No.
That role is horrible.
Have you been in Wicked, Peggy?
No, but I want to be Chistery.
Why is Fiero a horrible role? Could you give us a quick dissertation on why Fiero?
Nobody cares. It's like nobody cares about that role. I mean, everybody. If you talk about Wicked, everybody's like, they only want to know about Alphabet. You know that.
I was pretty attracted to Norbert Leo Butz when I saw that third preview. I was pretty gay for pay for him.
But yeah,
I mean, I'm not gay.
That's Josh, you know what I mean? That's you, Josh. That nobody else remembers Fiero, unfortunately, except those pants.
Nick might be the most handsome Fiero ever.
Definitely.
I mean,
that's where it stops.
Did you see him in those pants? Why does he wear those pants?
Joey McIntyre was my hero.
Oh yeah,
Joey McIntyre.
Oh, McIntyre.
That's right.
And also, was he like the first replacement? Because I still had Chenoweth and.
Yeah, I think so. He was one of them.
Wow, really?
Stunt
Because I had most of the
back
original
then.
cast.
Stunt casting has really ruined Broadway. It's a great time to be alive.
Chenoweth just left. That's right.
Do you think it's ruined Broadway? Do you think stunt casting has ruined Broadway, team?
Corona ruined Broadway, but
well, yeah. Thanks for being a downer, Nick. So I think stunt casting's ruined Broadway. What do you guys think?
I mean, I made my Broadway debut in Chicago, so I can't speak on that.
You did?
Yeah, the show that it only really exists because of stunt casting, right?
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know,
it's a great musical. But
when a new show comes with stunt casting, I just want to slice myself. Are you with us, Bonnie?
She's thinking again.
Oh no, though. No.
Yeah, keep talking. No.
Keep talking? No. Great.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah?
Oh,
good. Okay. So I think stunt casting is cool on shows that are like, that have been around a long time. And then it's fun, but not right off the bat. That's frustrating. So we're like a year in. It's like, no, bitch. Like there are a lot of us still in the city. Give us a chance
still jobs, especially now.
I agree. I also see the point or the aspect of if this person is going to keep all of us employed, right on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But also, I forget what play or movie I heard somebody say this, but it's there's no more Broadway stars. There's only stars on Broadway.
Eek.
And that to me was very interesting.
I think there's still Broadway stars.
Oh, me too. Me too. But it's more like,
not like
for 6 weeks we have Julia Roberts as Mama Rose.
Yeah.
You know, or
back
whatever.
In the day, there were really stars. Stars that I grew up on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, the Sullivan Show.
Have new generations. We don't have new generations of like Bernadette Peters and Elaine Stritch and Patti LuPone. Like we're not like churning them out anymore.
But arguably,
we could if they weren't also basic.
Arguably, like the three of you, Nick, Bonnie, Ellen, you three are those people to me. Many other of our colleagues, for ever since I moved to New York, have been those to me. But it's
get replaced by dummies.
Yeah, well, Peggy, you have us on our show all the time, and you're pretty mean to us, but you keep coming back to us. So do you consider us
stars? I wish you guys would get leading roles rather than all these people.
Bonnie and Josh and Nick have had leading roles.
I know, but how long ago? You know what I mean?
I mean, Bonnie was just last year. Josh was this season.
Yeah, I know, and now they're done. Unfortunately, I want to bring them more jobs. I want to bring more, raise their profile. That's partially why I wanted them on today.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Did you see the prom, Peg?
No, it closed so fast. You blinked and you missed it.
But you interviewed me when I was doing it.
Farting, or is that just?
Yeah, it's me.
Thank you.
How long did the prom run, Josh? It admittedly did close way too soon, but how long did it run?
Yes, it did. It ran 9 months.
That's
which, you know what, in all fairness, was a lot longer than I thought it was going to. When I saw that first poster, I was like, oh, save your checks, bitches. Yeah, but it kept going and I loved it. But, I think it got a better shot than poor Head Over Heels, but that might have just been timing and opening, like who the fuck knows? I don't get it.
I know. So sad.
Bonnie, how long did Head Over Heels go?
We got 6.5 months.
Okay.
We could have closed after like 2. So
we could have closed. Oh,
we had
totally.
A producer who really believed in us and like kept us open. It's nothing harder than doing like a musical comedy that everybody on stage you're pouring your heart out into, and it's like barely anyone there, and you're like, okay, but at least we got a job and we get to do this. And
the worst though is when they're not laughing. When there's nobody there and they're just not laughing, and then in your mind you're like, oh, they love this. They hate me. They love the show. It's personal. They hate me. They like the character, but it's me.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is depressing. How about this? Did anybody listen to my first episode of my new podcast, Gettin Peggy Wit It? Bye, Nick.
Bye.
He's going to get headphones.
He has a hookup.
He has a quick teaching a quick class. So my first episode is with Wesley Taylor. Do you guys know who he is?
Yeah.
So Wes and I, we go way back. He loves being on my show, and he's just so we have a great time together.
You've actually, I'm gonna, I've been with Peggy now for a while, and you've actually, I don't like to throw around this word, but you've abused Wes.
Yeah, we have a great time.
I think he would honestly say differently.
One time when he was at SpongeBob, true story, and I talk about it in the podcast, I showed up at his dressing room unannounced.
She really did.
And they let me in. Security just let me in. And I was like, hey, I'm here to see Wes Taylor. Shows, anybody can get into these shows. And I went up, and he was up at like 10 flights because he was important in the show. And so I went up 10 flights, and I just knocked on his dressing room door. What is that noise?
I don't know.
What's that clickety clack? Can you guys hear me?
It's bad noise echo cancellation from Bonnie's connection.
Oh, Bonnie, can you mute yourself while I tell a very compelling story?
Or you use headphones?
Is this better?
Headphones. Yeah. Well,
Yes,
the noise is coming from Bonnie.
Well, are you sure it's not yelling?
Yeah, it might be yelling.
It might be. It's Bonnie's connection processing yelling.
She got on earlier and was like, do I need to use my mic? And I was like, my ears. So anyway, I went to the dressing room of Wesley Taylor at SpongeBob, and I went up 10 flights, and I knocked on the door, and he was like,
in Nick Adams' old dressing room. It wasn't 10 flights.
It was the size of like a toilet. It was so tiny, and he was in there doing crunches, because he has a fiance and got to keep up with the Joneses. And so I knocked on the door, and then he let me in. He was like, who let you in? And I was like, they did downstairs. And he was like, okay. And I was like, this is so serendipitous and wonderful.
He didn't think it was funny, actually.
It was so fun. And it's just, I could do that anywhere. I can't wait for Broadway to be back so I can just come in and just knock on people's doors and intrude, Well, now I know where you do your podcast, Josh. I could just come anytime I can come by and be on your show.
No.
If you need, you know what I mean? I can.
Peggy.
Yeah, anytime you need.
What are the live comments?
Oh, live comments.
Is anybody here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They should have stayed open. Head Over Heels and prom.
Oh, thanks.
Head Over Heels is so wonderful.
Hey, did anybody see Ellen's show, Pretty Woman?
No.
I
I don't think so.
Morgan, my friend Morgan did. Do you know Morgan James, Peggy?
I've heard of her. Yeah.
What do you think of her? Let's have a little round robin on what we think of
Well, she
Morgan
hasn't
James.
been on Broadway in 27 years, so nobody cares. But
But
she
what a
left
voice.
it, you
My
know,
God.
slash
beautiful
nobody's
voice.
inviting her.
I'm sorry, Peggy, but Morgan James is one of the best vocalists, artists, and actresses I've ever met. She's also an incredible human.
Well,
And
that's nice of you.
That's the stunt casting
so
I want to
pretty.
see. Okay.
That's not stunt casting. She's definitely not famous.
Well,
those
I
five
beg to differ, honey.
Well, the four of you would
Very
come
good
if she was in the show, but other than that, I don't know if it's really going to move the needle. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so belting bonds. Keep yourself
Yes.
muted if you're going to have annoying sounds, but you're going to be the second epi. We're going to release it this week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's like hopefully it'll just do a lot of great things for you, and I tell everybody what roles you should be having, like Glinda and Alphaba.
Why,
I'll take
Peggy, if I could ask a question, why
Yeah.
are you so nice to Bonnie? I mean, I love Bonnie. She's amazing, but you're very, very argumentative and hostile towards Josh.
No, I love Josh. I love Josh and Bonnie, you know, and I just think Bonnie's the best thing since sliced bread, the best thing that ever happened to Broadway.
yay, Bonnie!
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not very. I mean, Nick hasn't been on the show because he was in LA when we were recording. I'm sure he will be on the show. Do you want to ask him a couple questions?
I have an intruder. Get out!
Like
Get out! Don't walk slower.
pillow with legs.
I live with idiots.
What would you ask Nick if he were on the show?
Oh my God, Nick,
I'm on the show right now.
No, on our podcast.
you're gonna have your own episode. I mean, trust. Well, I'd ask you about, you know, he's, you know, cast for the way he looks, you know, which we touched upon in our heartthrob epi, and we did a whole episode about heartthrobs, Broadway heartthrobs, and
Wasn't I on that? No.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you were.
You don't even remember. It's like there's so much going on, like injections and injectables, that it's like hard to remember.
Not these days.
We're seeing Broadway faces in their natural state these days during the quarantine. You know, I sometimes I FaceTime people and I'm like, I forgot what you looked like. You know,
Me too.
yeah. So, but you know, same old face for me. You know, that's the beauty of it.
I know.
So
Well, it's a great wig though.
if we had, this is my hair.
Mhm.
Pretty Woman was great. Oh, this is your person.
I love that Jerry's watching. That's sweet.
Well, everybody needs something to do. If Nick Adams was on for his own episode, you know, I would definitely take him through some Booked and Blessed, help him with some auditions for the future. We do a lot of segments on the show, like we do a Wall of Questions. We do Actors Are Dumb, of course, where we talk about how dumb actors are, and we make them do trivia and they can't do it. Bonnie, did you enjoy your interview with me?
Josh is you've really offended Josh. He's leaving.
He's out.
Josh is
Oh, he's so sweet. I'm glad he feels really
Josh,
relaxed, you know,
he's
because
still
I want him
pulling up
to
the
just.
drinks. He's catching up for the
He
hours.
started drinking and he's sleeping.
That's wonderful. I want to provide that for people, you know, comfort, peace.
Josh, come back to us. Josh.
He can be himself. He feels like he can be himself with me, which I love.
I think you
It's
piss
true.
him off, Peggy. I think you really rub people the wrong way and you don't even know you do it.
I think he's upset because his episode is not next.
Fucking dumb. I don't care if you pull my show from the network. Actors are not fucking dumb. I am done with this bitch. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Ellen is still on there, Josh. That's awkward.
I think he's talking to BPN.
Oh my God.
I
I'm
know
going to the
exactly
other
who.
room.
So
Jesus.
awkward.
Peggy, you have a question from Broadway's
Right,
Adam Kaplan.
Adam Kaplan?
Yeah.
He was on the show, wasn't he?
No, he was in LA when we were shooting.
Adam. Okay, what's the question?
His question is, how do you afford so many guitars?
I'm just leasing this space.
Oh.
Isn't that
Okay.
his wallpaper?
That's my Zoom wallpaper. pick anywhere. I guess I'm picking an unemployed musician's house as my wallpaper.
When
Adam
Josh,
Kaplan, should he be on the show?
yeah, Adam Kaplan, absolutely.
Is he on Heartthrob? He looks like he's only cast for what he looks like.
He was not on the Heartthrob episode. No.
Maybe we should do a Heartthrob, like another Heartthrob episode.
Who was on our Heartthrob episode? Why don't you tell everyone?
We did an episode about Heartthrobs. That was Nick Adams, Kyle, Brendan Victor Dixon, Brian Terrell Clark.
Do you have any? What are your thoughts?
Henry.
Yeah, Josh Henry.
Oh my God, it makes me drool just saying his name.
Okay.
And who else? There was some dorky one, not really a heartthrob to me. You picked him. Frankenfires.
Ben Fankhauser. There's different kinds of heartthrobs, Peggy.
Yeah, there's Newsies. And
I
then
love
there's
him. I just started reading with him.
You what?
I just worked with him when we had work. We did a workshop reading in Texas together the first week of March.
See, he's a heartthrob.
He was playing heartthrob in that, and he has the dreamiest voice. Oh my God,
he does. His voice is phenomenal.
I don't know about that.
Sing like that.
Did you videotape your episodes, Peggy? Anywhere you can watch them?
Well, it's going to be the video of the episodes are going to be up soon. Alan from Broadway Podcast Network could answer that question.
We're working on the video platform now. It is in development, and
that's the wrong answer.
technical stuff soon. Yes,
Technical
soon.
difficulties very soon because
Yes.
you really need to see all my faces. I give all my best faces on the episodes.
Bonnie gives the best faces. I like Bonnie's faces the most, actually.
See, everybody's just kissing Bonnie's ass. It's like we all owe her money or something. So what other heartthrobs do we have? Let's see. Could we do heartthrobs for girls? Like, I don't know, babes. We could do Robin Herder. I guess that's it. I can't remember the other heartthrobs we had. We had a few other whiteys.
We had Andy Carl.
Oh, Andy Carl. Yeah, 3-time Tony loser. Yeah, he's a big heartthrob. Yeah.
Now she's talking shit about Andy. Fuck. Fine. No, I'll go back. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her.
He should be on our heartthrob.
Josh hates you, Peggy.
Hi, Josh. Oh, muscle tee. You got a wife beater on. Oh, tattoos. Scandalous. He can't hear me. Hi, Josh.
He can.
I see you're growing out a beard.
Hey, everyone. So, yeah,
Welcome
Andy
back.
Carl. What a loser, huh?
No, he's a 3-time Tony loser.
How many nominations have you gotten, Peggy?
Josh, you're getting a little drunk, and you get a little.
Yeah, that's what Alan and Dory were saying, Peggy.
Now you're yelling a little. You're louder than Ellen, which is hard to accomplish. So I was talking about my heartthrob episode.
Oh, good.
Do you think we could do an episode of heartthrobs but ladies? What would we
Yep.
call them?
We would call them heartthrobs.
Yeah. Well, I said the only person I could think of is Robin Herder. Do you have any heartthrob ladies you like?
I'm gay.
Like gays love ladies, especially Robin Herder.
Oh, I think he's partaking in some grass.
Well, anyways, are there any dream episodes you'd like to see, Nick Adams?
Dream episodes?
Yeah. Who would you like to see me interview?
It has to be a Broadway guest.
No, it could be anyone because soon it's just going to expand.
I think you should have Mariah Carey on.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. She seems like she'd love to be roasted.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
loves
she
you.
seems like she just like roll with the punches very easily.
Secure.
So,
She's got a great sense of humor.
Great sense of humor. Mhm.
totally.
Yeah, can laugh at herself for sure.
Mhm.
I would love to have Patti LuPone
Oh, yeah, she'd
She would do it.
beat you up.
and Audra. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, bye, Bonnie.
All in the same episode, they could sing "Smile."
Oh, that would be so nice.
Even though your heart is aching.
Did anyone also if anyone watching has a question, you can throw it in the live comment chat and we'll be sure to get to it.
Uh-huh.
Or you can say hi to Josh or Bonnie or Nick. Probably not Peg, but did
Try
Peggy
to listen to the first epi with Wes Taylor. I can tell none of you have yet, and I want next time I talk to you, I want you to all. I'm going to quiz you.
Didn't it just come out today?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry yours isn't next, Josh. I know it's awkward.
It's fine.
Yours will be in like 20 weeks.
I'll try to pick up the pieces, Peggy.
Clearly not very well.
Josh, who did you last have on Josh Swallows?
Well, our season 1 finale is this week. It's Beth Level. But Josh Swallows Broadway is doing free live streams twice a week at 9 p.m. And you can watch all the episodes all the time on YouTube. This past weekend, we had Chris Sieber, Jen Simard,
I love Jen Simard.
Claiborne Elder, and then we had who do we have? We had Alex Wise, Vianne Cox, Carolee Carmelo, Wes Taylor. This Wednesday, we're having a prom slumber party with Caitlin Kinnunen, Izzy Michaela, Anthony Norman, and Courtney Collins. And we're doing a funny, stupid thing where Courtney Collins dresses up as the Phantom. And I fucking see you, Peggy. I fucking see you. What the fuck?
How about now?
Done?
Please don't leave, Josh.
If you want something funny to watch, no, it's fine. I love you, Bonnie. If you want something funny to watch, Courtney Collins is dressing up as the Phantom, and people from prom are singing the last 16 bars of Astonishing, and we're editing the videos. We're editing the videos so it looks like the Phantom of the Opera
So be astonishing.
is
Astonishing. If you want to edit that in.
Gosh.
Josh, I love you so much.
Erica Hunter is a lady heartthrob. Who's Erica Hunter?
She's in Moulin Rouge. She's gorgeous.
She's a heartthrob.
Moulin Rouge has a lot of heartthrobs.
Yeah. Josh, who are you
Can you
texting?
hook me up with Carolee Carmelo? I want her on my show.
Wait, where's Deb Monk? She could be on Heartthrobs.
Oh, yeah.
you can have Deb Monk.
Yeah.
Josh, we're literally in the middle of doing this right now.
Get me off this fucking show. She's crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I swear to God, I'm going to go to Sirius. Fuck
You're yelling.
you.
It's distorting.
I'm going to Sirius. Fuck
No one
you.
wants you. You stuck there.
Your contract. Read the third.
Yeah, read the fine print. You don't make any money. That's what they put in the fine print. Come here. There's a dog running around.
Nick, what are you doing to how are you? How's your life? Are you good?
I mean, I'm as good as I can be, I suppose. I sprained my ankle.
You had
That's
the
not
virus.
right.
What you did?
Bad. Like I might have broken it, but like I can't go to a doctor right now. So I'm just,
When?
Nick, are you serious?
yeah, like I couldn't walk 2
When?
days ago. Saturday morning.
Where are you
Monday?
quarantined?
man.
I'm in the Catskill Mountains. I'm upstate, so I'm like 2 hours from the city.
Are you
Yeah.
alone? Do you have pets? Who's with you?
I'm with my partner and my dog up
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Nick,
So
how
he
did you do that?
pushed
Are you
you.
serious?
He
Yeah, it's
pushed
really
you.
actually, it's not a great story. I mean, it is a great story. So on Facebook, the revival of A Chorus Line is uploading videos of the opening number. Like,
yes, I
and
saw
we're-
that.
so we all were like, oh, let's put them up. And it's not,
With
big,
masks?
yeah, it's not big enough in our living room here to do it. So I was like, well, I'll just go do it on the deck. We'll just like move the deck furniture.
Oh, no.
And
Mhm.
it's like old and uneven, and I like was going for it. I'm like, you know what? Let's just make it worth it. And I like landed there's like a couple of jumps in it, and I landed the jump on like the edge of a board and just completely bit I mean,
No, this is horrible news.
Did you fall off of the porch?
no, but felt like my foot like completely went like sideways. And I like video of it.
Oh, Nick.
No, I don't want to see it.
Oh, my
But
God.
Bonnie and I
foot-
were doing
my
that the
foot-
other day too. The opening number of Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Bring on the
Going
men
for
from
it.
the
Bring on the
content.
men.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh,
So I mean, so now I'm like really I'm like stuck. I can't even like go walk about really. It's just sort of.
Oh, no. What, are you just not going to go to the doctor?
I mean, I think if it's not progressing in like a couple days, then maybe I will. But I think they've got bigger fish to fry. So
Are you icing? Are you, rice, rest, ice,
it's in a bucket of
compress
ice
and
right
elevate?
now.
What if Nick Adams was like, no, listen,
No.
I'm a dancer. Fuck that. That's all bullshit. Nope, not me.
Yeah, it's in a bucket of ice right now.
Oh, Nick Adams, this is horrible.
I sprained both of my ankles in January.
At the
I
same
think
time?
I knew that. I think you told me
Same
that.
time.
Why did you do both
Yeah.
at once?
I was going to my first drink at a happy hour, and it was at this bar with a really narrow staircase. I'd gone upstairs, saw my friends, dropped off my stuff, and as I was going down, I rolled and double rolled, and I heard a noise.
Oh my God.
And I had just talked to Andrea Burns, as you know, Helen, how she had like broken.
Yes.
And she'd heard a noise,
Yep.
and she just told me the story like 2 weeks before. And I was like having a full meltdown. I was like, I've broken it. I don't know what's happening.
No.
And I sprained them both. It was awful.
Up a steep and very narrow
It was awful.
stairway.
And I was filming a search party in a couple of days, and I had to be like, and I had a, thank God, a day of filming, but it was awful because I was in a lot of pain.
Oh, babe.
Can you see this? Can you see it? Wait, it's not going to show up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
hon.
Nick.
Oh, hon, Nick.
Look, no ankle, actually. It just goes from like
No
toes
ankle.
all the way up.
Nick.
Nicky
know.
Poo.
Wait,
That's
oh,
what
you're
my
frozen.
friend
I
can't
was just
see it.
texting Nick the other day. Oh, what? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, can you do it again? No,
Oh,
you're still
yeah.
frozen. I can't.
It's cankles.
It's a bad case of the cankle.
Oh, hon.
Oh, I'm
See,
so
this is what
sorry.
happens when you skip Yom Kippur.
Oh, there we go.
No one knows what that means.
Ouch.
It's a
Oh,
Jewish
wow, wow,
joke,
wow.
Peggy. I fucking...
You poor baby.
I mean, it could be worse. But
Yeah.
I'm,
We could all be unemployed. Like,
Boring,
it's
you know? We
this is
need
really-
you up and moving around.
we could all be, stuck in our house without jobs, and Broadway could be shut down. It could be worse.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, we
come
can get
on,
rid of
Ellen. Get
that.
real. Come on.
It's so
You're
crazy.
talking like all of our jobs could get canceled. What? What's funny is that like I got sort of offered a job yesterday, and well, I mean, yeah. And it's like, so what are the dates? And it's like, well, we're gonna figure some stuff out. And it's like, you do know the world has ended, yes?
Yeah.
And so
little awkward.
it's like, well, I'll see you on the other side if we all live. Then perhaps we can talk.
Peggy, how are you earning $1?
Oh, it's not your business, but I will say this: I think it's pretty bullshit that people
Did
are
you
doing
mute
like,
yourself, girl?
readings on Zoom. Can you
They're doing-
imagine
They're doing what?
readings on Zoom?
Oh, yeah.
Well, people got to do what they got to do, Peggy. I heard you're a cam girl.
Yeah.
I'm a cam girl.
So is that how you get your money?
Again, I
There's-
said it's not your business, but I've got to
Well-
pay for all these great effects and jingles. And
What
all
if
the things.
somebody were to interview you for a change, Peggy?
What if I went on Cameo? Would you like to get a birthday message from me?
Nope. What if we interviewed you? How about that, Peggy?
And then all the proceeds go to my rent.
Wait, how do I not hear Peggy at all? Can y'all hear her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, Josh,
I
we
hear
had
you
such a
guys.
wonderful job. You did such a wonderful job on my episode.
Can't hear her at all.
Well, you're missing out, Bonnie.
Peggy,
Yeah.
my episode actually put me into an episode
You look like a drunken sailor right now.
as a domestic violence survivor.
Hey, come here, you. This dog is eating all my food. Come here.
Come
here, you.
I actually had to go back into therapy twice a week.
Oh, congrats.
Oh God.
Well,
What
therapists
the
need to eat.
fuck?
Look at this little baby.
I
Peggy, are
want
you
to
listening?
cough on you.
Christopher Columbus
And it
said,
may seem like
"Hey,
I'm saying this out of anger, but I want you to know
hey."
that I mean
Are
that.
there any other questions from our viewers at home?
Hey. Here.
Okay.
Sit.
Puppies.
Josh said he wasn't going to drink, Peggy, and I think that, oh dear. Hi,
I
darling.
don't like questions. Oh, hi.
Hey.
sweetheart.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, Peggy,
Thank
do you
you.
like animals or
Yes,
do you
I
want them
love
to die too?
Everybody wishes
Oh.
that they were Dallas the dog.
What?
Everybody wishes they were Dallas the dog. Can we say hi to Kyle? Where's Kyle?
Yeah, where's Kyle?
Who's
I don't know.
Kyle?
I don't know.
He doesn't like
I think
Peggy.
he's outside in the hot tub.
Is Kyle? Oh, fuck you. You have a hot tub?
Wow, must be rough.
Why don't you ever invite me over? Are you sizist? Is that
No.
what
You
this
have
is?
a car, Josh?
You're ashamed of my hips?
You're getting
It's a rental.
so angry.
I don't
Well,
own
I
it.
did Josh anyway. BPN.
We're gonna hang out after. Hey, Ellen.
Hi. No, I was gonna say, Peggy,
Yeah.
back to your podcast.
Why we're all here, Josh.
Why don't you give your, I don't want to say top 5, but your couple most memorable moments with guests? Let's start with Josh and Bonnie since they're here, and then name some of your other favorite moments that people can look forward to in seeing the podcast, or sorry, listening to the podcast.
So Alex Wise was on. Do you guys know him? And he does a show with Wes Taylor called Indoor Boys. It's probably a gay show. I don't know what it's about. Carolee Carmelo's on it. And Alex Wise was wonderful. And I love when people are just flop sweating, because that really says that they're just alive, you know? And,
Sweating.
yeah. And a lot of people come say when they get done, they're like, whoa, I'm sweating. I feel really bad. And I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. You just like Bikram. So if you leave my episode and you just came out of Bikram, it's a wonderful experience for all. I loved talking to Brandon Uranowitz. We talked we got into many heated arguments, and it was wonderful. I think people will enjoy it.
I think you also offended Brandon Uranowitz. We're all big fans of his, and I think you legitimately tore him down a bit.
Yeah, so fun. And Bonnie Milligan, of course, was great. Her episode's coming out this week. Who else did we interview, Ellen? What are some of the
Josh? I wanted you to say some of your your favorite moments about. I don't think Josh enjoyed the episode as much as
Josh did an episode, and he was there. After you see someone showing, you said you were up there.
Oh my!
You were acting. You did it. It was a show. That's what I said after that, Epi. And then who else did we have? We had Lily Cooper. We did a Garth and Kat, our own version, where we sang together. Oh, we called Lily Cooper's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very sweet.
Yeah, he was very sweet. I said, thanks for her career. And he said, she does it herself.
Daniel Watts. What a sweetheart Daniel Watts is.
What a sweetheart. Yeah. So beautiful. He's a heartthrob. Ariana DeBose, Lily Cooper. Who else? Oh, Jenna Claire. She's in Wicked. Boring. There's some beatboxer.
Natalie Weiss.
Oh, yes. We had some cats on. That was awkward because, nobody cares about cats, but we had 4 cats on. We had Ambry Mon. We had Julia Madison, Tommy Bracco from Big Brother.
Well, he's also a Broadway guy, Peggy. Don't forget. He's, been in
so little. Is he a little person?
We don't say that, Peggy. We don't say that about people. He's just on the shorter side.
He was on there, and he's the epitome of actors are dumb. So it was fun.
He is not dumb.
Oh, we have Eden Espinosa and Max Clayton. So many people. Max Clayton is so cute. His quads could just hold up a family home.
Peggy, people are more than just hot. He's
Eden
also
Espinosa?
an incredible.
Do you know Eden Espinosa?
Max.
She's wonderful. She was in Brooklyn, and she's a legend. And she also she's probably rich because she does also voiceovers.
Nick and Eden were on the Falsettos tour together.
Oh, they're besties.
Bravo.
Yeah.
I think I asked her about you because I do bring you up quite a bit.
Yeah, you have a small obsession with Nick. What is that all about?
Just look at him.
Yeah.
So why is it okay for women to do that to men, but men,
I remember
go on, Peggy.
You wore an Argyle sweater, Josh, when you came on my show.
Yeah, you want to fuck me, Peggy?
So anyway,
is that what you want? You want to see my body, Peggy?
Somebody better mute Josh. It's getting out of control. It's only 5:47.
I'll do it.
Oh, muted.
This is great. This is wonderful. That's the best way to see Josh. Actually, that looks like his Broadway performances. Waving his arms and yelling. So great. So fun to have him. I love to have friends, on the show, because it's just a friendly atmosphere. And Shockwave was on, Chris Sullivan. Nobody knew who he was, but I get to introduce him to the world. You know what I mean?
A lot of people know who he is, Peggy.
He's in Freestyle Love Supreme. All these shows, RIP. My God, every single show. We could just remember last year when we did a closing show special about the bloodbath.
Bonnie was on it. Josh was on it.
We thought that was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Now look at it.
Well, nothing's actually officially closed, Peggy, so don't start rumors. We just Broadway is shut down for the time being, but no shows have actually closed except for the
tomato. I say tomato. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate. But the beauty of it is that maybe now I can get Laura Benanti and Kelly O'Hara and Stephanie J. Block and to come on my show.
Right.
Finally.
Now,
yeah.
Yeah. Do you have?
It's been wonderful.
Do you think Josh is going to come back?
Of all of you. Probably not.
He's still muted, so
he's probably yelling somewhere in the back.
He muted and left.
Mhm.
If we have any more, wait, let's see. Alan was telling us all the other.
Oh yeah,
guests.
we saw all that. Yeah, we had Ryan Redmond.
Ryan Redmond, of course. Yeah, I think the important thing to note is that there's something for everyone. Everybody's favorites are going to be on it. We're going to continue interviewing people as long as we don't get shut down, Peggy, which we might.
Why would we get shut down? I can do it from my house.
Right, but if you keep hurting people's feelings, they're not going to want to come and talk to you.
Oh, I love that.
I'll tell you why you'll be shut down.
He's drunk.
First of all, none of those people will come on your fucking show because they won't come on my fucking show right now. So if they're not coming on my show, they're not coming on yours.
Live streams. You're doing all this fun stuff.
Live streams. Second of all,
Christopher,
you are
the best on a
God.
You're making Josh drink heavily, Peggy. But my point is that if you continue to berate and abuse people, they're not going to want to sign up for that. They're not going
to say, for all of you who are new to it, if you've already binged Tiger King and Cheer and all that, this is the place for you, because if you like Tiger King and Cheer, then you'll love my show. Okay.
They don't.
So, everybody should tune in. We have a lot of great guests coming up, and you have nothing else to do.
Tiger King and Cheer. This is like shit.
You remind me of Carol Baskin.
How you cats and kittens?
Wow.
At first, I thought he was talking to me, and I was like,
"Not everything's about you, Josh."
But did you guys all watch that show? Did everyone watch it?
I love that show.
I watched part of the first episode, but I started to feel really bad about it in a way because I was laughing at them. And then I was like, oh, wait, they're being exploited. And these gay guys, my heart does break for them, even though I really disagree with what they're doing. But at the same time, they're
you got to stick around for the twist.
I know, but they're not
so many twists.
No, you got to wait. There's
from a
so many
place
more
of
twists.
privilege, they're addicts, and I don't know. I just felt bad about it.
Oh gosh, come on, Debbie Downer, you got to watch it. It's wonderful. It's got great twists. And Carol Baskin didn't do it. Okay, that's what I want to sign off on.
Didn't with an NT?
No.
I don't know what she did or didn't do, but I imagine you would do it, whatever she
Wait,
did.
can you defend that position, Peggy? Why do you think her?
Seen it? Some people haven't seen it. I don't want to ruin it.
That's true.
Do you think she's actually helping the large cat community?
Yeah.
I heard that the investigation into her husband's disappearance is getting reopened now.
Oh, Alan speaks.
That's amazing.
Alan would know. He's a total nerd.
Beatrice Westby says, Josh, we love you.
We do love Josh.
Beatrice, I love you so much. Thank you for your support.
Things are getting bad over here, Bia. He's got a shawl on, and he's who's calling?
No one knows.
It ain't
I thought
Broadway.
it was gonna be Deborah Monk.
I think it was Deb Monk.
Brittany Bigelow, you crazy kids. Okay, so here's some goals. Maybe you guys can help me get these guests. I want to get Laura Benanti, Deborah Monk, Kelly O'Hara, Stephanie. No, she wouldn't laugh. Who else?
J Block.
Who? Jen Colella?
Tanya Pinkins. I want you to get Tanya Pinkins.
She'd be wonderful.
Yeah, she'd be great for you.
Yeah.
Who else do I want you to get? I want you to get
I would love to see with Patty Lapone. That's what I
that'd be
Yeah,
so fun,
Patty.
right? I know her manager. Maybe I could go ask him.
Yeah, go ask him.
I will.
Oh, good.
That would be amazing.
I think
hope
we
you
should
record
get Leah Michelle.
Leah Michelle would be fantastic with you.
I think you guys would have a really good
That'd be
dynamic. I just
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
melatonin.
Yeah.
Like
You know what?
hardwiring
You and
melatonin.
BB Newworth would get along great.
BB, I love BB.
I know.
Yeah, BB would be wonderful. I would love to get Terry Mann.
I'd love to get
Oh,
Joe Lane
love
on the
Lane.
show with you.
Didn't something happen? Is Terry?
What?
What?
Never
No,
mind.
stop
Helen,
spreading.
are you okay?
Get out of
Helen,
here.
Helen.
Wait,
God.
you're out.
What?
Do
What?
that on your own time. Anyways, all right, this has been wonderful. Everyone's been pretty fine. These are the people I could get. So tune into my podcast called Gettin Peggy Wit It, and hopefully we'll see you all. Mute yourself, Josh. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys.
How do I
Bye.
end this?
Bye.
Gettin Peggy Wit It.